So today we're going to talk about the brand new released Jeep Wrangler, the 2024 model, and how much newer it is than the old. It looks the same as the old one, but let me stop right there. It's not the same. Even though it looks the same, it's not the same. There's a lot of changes going on with this Jeep Wrangler. For one, it actually has power seats now. It has good power seats. Two, it has a new full floating Dana rear axle. The reason why this is actually a big deal is because with the new full floating Dana axle, you can now tow 5,000 pounds. And with a 5,000 pound towing capacity, you can tow a real RV. You can tow a 3,500 pound RV with this Wrangler now. And that's a pretty big deal because before you could technically tow a 3,500 pound RV, but when you're towing that much weight, you're unsafe doing that. You should never tow the maximum towing capacity of a vehicle. You know, every Jeep Wrangler owner knows that towing the max rating, you're dangerous on the highway. That's why they never do it. But now you can actually tow a 3,500 pound RV. And that's a great thing because, like my RV, it's 3,500 pounds with loaded and has a slide out, which means you can fit a full, family of 4 or 5 people in this RV. It's roomy, so on those rainy days, you're not, trapped inside of the RV. It's not like a little coffin. It's really nice and, very nice and roomy. It has their own kids area in it, and that's the main thing about the 5,000 pound towing capacity. Like I said, that's a big deal. Another really neat thing is the 4xe model. It has a power cord now. You can hook up an RV to your Wrangler and use your Wrangler as a generator for a 30 amp generator power outlet. So this means almost all standard small RVs, you're not going to be towing a big RV with it, but all the standard small RVs, you can power your entire RV. You can power your microwave. You can power your air conditioning, which that's a big deal on its own. You can power air conditioning. Because of this, you can, tow your moderately sized RV out there and have air conditioning in the middle of nowhere, and that's a big deal even to me. Like, I got a Toyota Tacoma and I don't get air conditioning, but I got solar panels on the roof so I can at least get certain minor conveniences while I'm out there, because when you have kids, you have to have TV once in a while. You got to have certain things once in a while to keep the kids happy. And my kids, the youngest one loves ramen soup, so you got to have ramen soup. So I got a little 300, I think it's a 300 watt pot, and that pot runs off the solar panels to boil, her ramen soup. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off subject. The other thing the Jeep Wrangler has is a 12-inch touchscreen. Now, I'm 50-50 on the touchscreen. I'm not a big fan of it because it's not tall. I mean, if you're going to go with a 12-inch touchscreen, it's so wide, it's not tall. I'm not a big fan of it yet, because when I'm using Onyx off-road and I'm looking to see these maps, I kind of want to see ahead of the map, and the current one, it's going to be short and wide, and I'm not going to be able to really see ahead of the map where I need to go on the map. So we'll see how it works. It's going to work great for cameras. I mean, you'll be able to see a really wide view of the road ahead of you. So cameras going to work really great on, but I don't know how it's going to work for Onyx maps, because I'm not going to be able to see way ahead of me, or at least a good distance ahead of me on this touchscreen. The 4xe model now has a wider range. It's got 49 miles of electric range now instead of, I think it was 20 before. That's a big deal because you can go out there to your off-roading area and then turn on your E mode, and then you can run all these courses on electric. And the reason why that's really neat is you can go rock crawling. I mean, picture rock crawling, and it's quiet. You can hear the rocks. You can hear if you actually, you know, bang into a rock or something, or you can really hear what's going on. Like if I tap into a rock, I can go, okay, I know I tapped a rock. Um, how much sliding am I going to have to do? Or if I hit a rock, yeah, I got to do something else. But it gives you a sense of, where you are on the course a little better. And it's just nice to go out there and, just hear nothing but, nature. Safety on the new Wrangler, I might as well touch this subject too. It's got standard side curtain airbags now, and it's got forward collision warnings. It's got adaptive cruise control. It's got blind spot monitoring. And so it's got all these safety measures now on it. I don't know if these are, regulation things or not, but or it's probably just because everybody else is doing it now, so Jeep has to do it. So that's a good thing, It's something that needs to be done. I do think this is funny. They're making a big deal about the grille being new, and when you look at the grille here, does it really look that much different? No. It's just, and I get it, it's cheap. You got to keep the same style and everything. But don't make a big deal about the grille being new if it's not really that much new. So that's my little 2 cents on the Jeep grill. It's a good looking grill, but don't say it's new when it's really not that much different. Um, it's got new power seats, though, that's good. From what I've heard from other reviews of the 2024 seats, is they're not much more better than the old ones. So we'll see. Time will tell on that. A big deal, big deal, and I think this is huge, is you can get the rear locker on the low models now. You can get a Willys and get a rear locker on it. So this is huge. This means you don't have to buy, the top end $80,000, Jeep. You can buy the Willys and get a rear locker. I don't know if the Sport one has a rear locker or not, but this is great. This is huge. Willys is really a good baseline for getting a lot of capabilities, and then you can throw a locker on it. So that's huge. That's a big deal. Well, that pretty much sums up the new Jeep Wranglers, the 2024 model coming out. I like them. They done a lot of good upgrades. It looks the same, and I get it. It's cheap. It has to really look the same. But the upgrades that they're doing for this truck is a lot. It's good stuff. Like the 4XE, yeah, it was 20-mile range, and that was kind of useless before. But now it's 49-mile range, and you can plug an RV up into it. So it's got more capability, and that I really like. If that was released before, and I'm an RV person, I probably would have bought this instead of the Toyota Tacoma that I have now, because it's nice to be able to hook your RV up to your truck and be out there and have air conditioning. So that's pretty cool. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please like and subscribe, because you all make it happen, and we'll see you next episode.